Shalom, peace, love, and light to the tribe. It's your boy Sir Fuku. You already know we align with the divine every time we make a video. Now in this video, I'm going to undoubtedly prove to you, the viewer, that 666, mark of the beast, is actually a calcified pineal gland, contrary to popular belief, and that the number 666 is actually something that is very necessary for your growth and development and your spiritual growth and enlightenment. It's something that you need to understand in order for you to rise in consciousness, right? So we don't waste no time. We finna get straight into this video, right? We have to understand that the number 6, right? We're gonna establish a foundational truth, right? As we're moving on throughout this video, right? We have to establish a foundational truth about the number 6 in order to proceed. So the number 6, right? It is known as the number of imperfection. Why is it known as the number of imperfection? Because the number 6, right? It looks like a pregnant woman, right? A pregnant woman is in an imperfect state. Not saying that it is a bad thing in no way, shape, or form, right? It is a state of imperfection, right? Why is it a state of imperfection? Because when a woman is in a pregnant, you feel me, stage, right? The baby has not yet been born, right? The baby is in a different state of being, right? It is in a different realm of reality. It is being developed, right? It is in a metamorphosis state. You could say the baby is in a cocoon. That's why the pregnant belly, you feel me, looks like the 6, right? And the baby, right? The baby is in a spiritual reality. It has not yet been birthed into the physical reality, right? Now, we have to also understand, right, that the number 6 represents carbon, right? Carbon is the basic building block of all of creation, right? There's nothing in reality that exists without carbon, right? Carbon is a necessity for the physical realm, bro. It is the basic building block, right? And we also have to understand, right? 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, right? This represents man's lower self. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. This is carbon. Yo, you have this within you. You have 6 protons. You have 6 electrons. You have 6 neutrons, right? You have to understand this, right? You have to understand that this 666, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons is within you as far as the physical reality, right? You have to understand it represents lower self, physicality, right? So when that baby is born, right? Once that mom comes out of that physical state of bearing that baby, right? That baby has been birthed into the physical realm. Now let's continue, right? In Revelations, right, where the mark of the beast, right? This is in Revelations 13 and 18. I want you to do your own research, right? I don't want you to take anything that I say in this video and just run with it. I want you to do your own research, right? It talks about the pineal gland, right? It doesn't actually mention the pineal gland, right? But what it does is it mentions that the mark of the beast will be placed within the forehead and the right hand of the individual, right? Within the end times. And what I'm here to tell you is that they were talking about the pineal gland, right? Now, how do I know they were talking about the pineal gland? I know that they were talking about the pineal gland because the pineal gland produces melanin, right? It is like a spiritual cheat code. You have to understand, you feel me? Melanin is like a gift from the Most High. Everybody doesn't receive melanin at birth, right? There is literally, and I'm not trying to cause any division, you feel me, within the community. I'm only here to state facts, you feel me? There's literally, you feel me, a group of people, right, that are born, right, with calcified pineal glands, right? Their first eye, your pineal gland is your first eye. It's not your third eye, right? Your first eye, those people, their first eye, right, is calcified at birth, right? You have to understand, when you are a kid, when you are a baby, this is when your pineal gland is the most active. This is when your pineal gland is the strongest, right? Kids have the greatest imaginations, right? Because their pineal gland is activated, right? As we go throughout life, right, our pineal gland gets calcified as we get older and older and older because of, you feel me, society, right? Society puts fluoride in our water, puts fluoride in our toothpaste. They put fluoride, and this is the biggest tool, you feel me, one of the biggest tools to calcify your pineal gland, which is your connection to source, right? Like I said, it's a gift from the Most High. Everybody doesn't get melanin, but everybody can tap into source if you feel me, are on that vibrational frequency. You just have to understand, if you are not a melanated being, right, it's just going to be harder for you to receive, you feel me, the blessings from the Most High. You have to, you feel me, do a lot of inner work, right? And I'm not saying just because you are melanated doesn't mean that you don't have to do, you feel me, that inner work, but you have to understand, right, It's a gift, right? It's something that you need to use for your benefit, right? It's like a spiritual cheat code. Like I was saying, it's a superpower. Melanin is a superpower. It empowers you, right? Once you learn how to use your melanin, right, which isn't necessarily your skin color, right? We get our skin color and our pigmentation confused with melanin all the time, right? Melanin is produced in the pineal gland, right? The pineal gland produces melanin. So melanin isn't actually, you feel me, a physical substance, right? It's not something that we can tangibly, you feel me, grab, right? Or tangibly, you feel me, extract. Melanin is a essence, right? Melanin is something that is, you feel me, spiritually, you feel me, within us, right? We have melanin within us, right? So we have to understand that, right? We have to understand the pineal gland and its connection, right, to the mark of the beast, right? To 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, to man's lower self, to his physical force. And we have to understand that, you feel me, pineal gland and its activation with producing melanin, right, is a gift from the Most High. We have to understand that as well, right? Now, as we were stating, right, you feel me, in Revelations 13, right, I want you to go read that if you haven't yet already, right? It talks about, you feel me, the right here, right? It talks about that, right? So we have to understand the brain, right? We have to understand, you feel me, the science of your brain, right? We have to understand that your left brain, right, and your right brain have two different, you feel me, functions, right? They do different things for you, right? And once you understand this, right, you can elevate your consciousness, right? So we have to understand, right, the left brain uses logic, the left brain uses reasoning, right? Language, number skills, right? Practical awareness, right? Practical awareness, you feel me? And it controls, right, your left brain controls the right side of your body. We have to understand that. You have to understand that, right? The left brain controls the right side of your body, or the right bodily functions, right? And the right brain, right, it is intuition, right? It is intuitive awareness, right? It is spirituality. It is abstract imagination. It is insight, and it is creativity, and it controls, you feel me, the left side of your body, right? So we have to understand this, right? They say, back in the day, they would say that people who were left-handed, right, were cursed, or, you feel me, they always put, you feel me, some type of bad, you feel me, connotation on people who are left-handed, right? This is because they were right brain dominant, right? We have to understand that right brain dominant people who write with their left hand, write with intuition, right? They write with their spirituality, or they are more, you feel me, capable of spirituality, or being spiritual, right? They use their insight, right, more, and their imagination, and they're very creative, right? I personally am a left-handed individual, right? So I can attest for this, right? And we also have to understand, right, that society promotes left brain thinkers. Why does society promote these left brain thinkers? They promote these left brain thinkers because, for lack of better words, left brain thinkers make better slaves. They make better people who are subservient to authority, right? Why are left brain dominant thinkers, right, subservient to authority, right? Because the left brain, right, it uses reasoning, right? It uses practical awareness, right? What is practical awareness, right? Basically, you feel me, going with the flow. What's going on, right? Like what is the trend, right? Right? They can commute language, right? And it controls the right side of your body. So let me explain why the left brain and the right side brain in your body, right? Right side of your body. So when we understand, right, that the right brain, right, controls the left side of your body, and the left brain controls the right side of the body. This is that rising of the Kundalini energy, right? The two serpents rising, right? The two serpents rising, right? We have to understand, right? So check this out. Back in ancient Kemet, back in, you feel me, all the ancient civilizations, right? You can go look this up for yourself, right? I'm not bullshitting. I'm not making any of this up. This is real facts. This is real, you feel me, real research, real analysis, right? We have to understand, right? When you go into those temples of Kemet, right, and you see the people on the walls, right, they're always, when they walk with their left, you feel me, side of their body first. Why do they walk with the left side of their body first? Because they're smart as fuck, right? They're telling you, right? They're telling the observer, right? The person looking at those temples, right? And they left those there for us as signs, right? They knew that we will fall from a spiritual reality, right, into this dense, low vibrational reality. So they left us keys and clues, right, on their walls and on their temples, right? So when they're walking with that left side of their body first, right, they're showing to the person who is viewing them, right, that they are right brain dominant, right? That they're using their spirituality, their insight, and their intuition, right? Their imagination and their creativity, because that's what the right side of the brain, you feel me, functions, right? Controls, right? So hopefully you understood what I was saying. Hopefully you understood, right, what I was trying to perceive to you, the viewer, right? So let's go over this real quick, right? 666, right? It is known as the number of imperfection, right? Pregnant woman. From the belly to round, you have to understand the symbolism and the visualization, right? Represents carbon. Everything in reality is the basic building block of reality is carbon, right? 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. We all have this within us, right? We all have fallen into this physical reality. We are all physical, right? But we are spiritual beings, but we are all physical. This is what makes up, you feel me, our physical reality. That's 666, right? And it represents man's lower self. We talked about Revelations, right? 13 through 18, right? Where they talk about the pineal gland being in the right. I mean, they talk about the mark being in the forehead and the right hand, right? And I didn't mention this, but I'm going to right now, right? If they would have told you, right, in Kemet, right, that they were moving with their right hand first or their right side of their body first, basically what they would have been telling you, what I was telling you earlier, you feel me, vice versa, you feel me, when moving with your left side of your body first, telling you, you feel me, that spirituality, abstract imagination, insight, right, and creativity, they would be telling you, right, that they're moving with reasoning, logic, you feel me, practical awareness, right, you feel me. So we have to understand the pineal gland, its functions, right, and that melanin, right, is a gift from the Most High, and it's a spiritual cheat code that we need to start using in order for us to understand these things and get out of this scarcity, right? Because this 666 is scarcity, right? There are people who will literally avoid anything that has to do with this because of the indoctrination, right, of like religions and industrial learning institutions, right, that have programmed us to believe and programmed us to throw all of our ancient sacred teachings, right, from our ancestors away, right? They did this on purpose, right? They made the shit that was sacred to us, they made us scared of the stuff that was sacred to us. They made us scared of the symbolism. They made us scared of the secret teachings and going deep within ourselves, right? So in conclusion, right, we have to, the mark of the beast is someone who embraces their lower consciousness, right? Someone who only defines themselves as the ego, who only defines themselves as on this physical reality, right? Without any concept of spirituality, right? Without, you feel me, activating your melanin, right? And using your pineal gland and activating your melanin, activating that gift from the Most High, right? Without that, right? And without that higher consciousness, man is relegated to a beast, right? And that's what the mark of the beast is, right? It is someone who embraces their lower level of consciousness, right? Who embraces their ego, who embraces this physical flesh, this physicality, right? They have no concept of spirituality. They have no concept of the unseen, right? They cannot use their pineal gland. Maybe their pineal gland is calcified, most likely. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand they're not using the gifts, right? And lastly, right, AI, right, artificial intelligence. It is a artificial race on this planet. There is a original race on this planet, and I'm not trying to do any division, any separation of the people. I'm just stating facts. I don't want anybody, you feel me, to feel like I'm targeting anyone, because that's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to share information, right? AI, right, which is artificial intelligence, which is logic and intelligence, right, without any spirituality to guide them, right? They only can use what they see. They only can see with these two eyes, right? They can't use this because it's calcified, right? They have the mark of the beast, right? And we have to also understand, right, that we are born with the mark of the beast. We're not born, but we are born into the mark of the beast, right? When we are growing up, you feel me, and we're in middle school and high school and shit, we're all bots, right? We all have that mark, right? Without even knowing it, right? We are all without any concept of spirituality. We all have to, you feel me, wake up from the matrix, right? And release ourselves from that quote unquote curse, right? Which is the mark of the beast. Also, before I finish this video off, I wanted to talk about the RFID microchip, which a lot of people do believe is the mark of the beast, and that is, you feel me, what is basically being pushed at, you feel me, for the mark of the beast. That partially is the mark of the beast. I'm not saying that it's not, but what I am saying is that you already have to have the mark of the beast. You already have to have that low level consciousness and no concept of spirituality to take the RFID microchip, right? Because a person who is aware of who they are, right, aware of their surroundings, aware of their environment, and right brain dominant, right, they're not going to take a RFID microchip in the first place, right? They're not going to take that, right? Because you're aware, right? You know that you would have to be on a low vibration, right? A low level of consciousness to even take that in the first place. So for the people who do have these RFID microchips, they already had the mark before they even got it within their hand, right? So that's basically what I got for y'all today. And you know that I proved to you that the 666 is the mark of the beast. So you might as well go ahead and hit that like button. You might as well go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you might as well leave a comment for your boy. So hope you did enjoy this video. I do have more videos on the way. You know, your boy Sir Fuqua getting more active on the tube. I'm about to start doing a lot more incorporating, you feel me, my communication skills, because I am a Gemini and I am very good at communicating my reality and the shit that I learned to y'all. And what's the point of, you feel me, engaging and having all this, you feel me, knowledge and wisdom and stuff if I can't share it with my peeps? So hope you did enjoy the video. It's been your boy Sir Fuqua, signing out.